How many of the 5 types of old women have you encountered? If you're a good person, you may have met such women in your past life. But because each individual's abilities and knowledge vary, their types are different too. In today's video, Fonda presents a breakdown of the 5 types of old women, ranked from the least to the most terrifying. Brothers, watch closely. Like the video and save it for future inspection. Barrier 1, Bronze rank 20. Let's start with the lowest level. These women are easy to spot. Their intentions, very clear. As long as you have basic judgment, you can see right through them. The bronze rank woman behaves more like a streamer begging for gifts. She won't stop you from adding her as a friend, but there's a catch. To catch, you'll have to give her money, gifts, red envelopes. That 40, even asking her out for a meal will cost you a transfer first. That 40 to get from Moses. And buying her a bag, that's just the beginning. That 40 to get from Moses is a catch. She expects gifts on holidays, anniversaries, and birthdays. Badabadi of you septa consoled. If you still choose to pursue such an obvious woman, Brother Fon can only say this. He's septa consoled, you don't deserve real love, and you'll end up being fleeced. 24. Barrier 2, silver rank 20. Silver rank women mostly come from struggling families. Dottie Sack Halls debated whether they have average looks, low emotional intelligence, little education, and very limited vision. I.e., they can't live a good life on their own, nor can they climb the social ladder through marriage. Go in. Calls, so instead they extract everything they can from a potential marriage. To catch. O-world marriage. Houses, cars, dowries, even absurd things like name change fees. Defon, pitakej. Economist to scripts only in the same life if possible were not going to a set of the reference. You may ask, how can someone with so little demand so much? To takej, increase. Pragdes, simple. Close defon in destinated hours of exer. Pragdes comes. Paxes, litrexis again. In their social class, there are far more men than women, and the men are usually older. Pragdes. They're desperate to marry, willing to sell everything just to have a wife. In detail and death on example. In this imbalance, the women hold the power, and they know it. Counts, undeath. But there's no free lunch. After marriage, these women become unpaid babysitters, relying entirely on their husbands for money. Power. Some suffer domestic violence, conflicts with in-laws, lonely parenting, and loveless relationships. I am Sedani. A few with quick minds might dodge the worst outcomes, scamming marriages and collecting love gifts without ever marrying. Barrier 3, gold rank. These women don't necessarily want to marry, they want benefits. Known as rich man fishers, they look better, are smarter, and have broader horizons. They don't target broke men, they avoid them. They want more. Most hold jobs and have a social circle. They're not wealthy, but they survive on their own. So, why become gold diggers? To level up their lifestyle. Compared to others in their class, they're more socially aware, better at manipulating emotions for profit. For example, she might ask for a symbolic transfer, $520, during a holiday, or request a designer bag while shopping. Each ask is small, but they add up. A couple thousand a month becomes tens of thousands a year. Some even have multiple donors, running parallel operations like pros. They target young men with no financial stress but little relationship experience. Once the guy stops spending or asks to define the relationship, she disappears. And the guy? Left confused, broke, and embarrassed. The law doesn't protect you unless it's fraud or marriage-based extortion, so they win. Barrier 4, diamond rank. Now we enter a higher league. Diamond-level gold diggers aren't after just money. They want resources, connections, status. They're beautiful, emotionally intelligent, ambitious, and driven. You'll find them in luxury boutiques, high-end hotels, tourism, entertainment, and elite circles. But here's the catch. Despite their looks and talents, They lack elite family backgrounds or education. So, marriage into wealth? Rare. Instead, they trade, providing emotional value for access to money and power. They understand this. If you make a man feel like he's spending money on value, he'll want to spend more. It's mutual manipulation, but also mutual benefit. The better they serve, the more promotions, deals, and connections they attract. It's not love, it's business. Barrier 5, king rank. The final tier, king rank women. They're not just pretty faces, they're strategists, social engineers, and their goal isn't just money, it's influence. Unlike diamond level diggers, they don't beg for resources, they own them. They come from good families, are well educated, and work in power circles. Finance, law, entertainment, politics. They understand society is a game of leverage. So they build relationships with high-level men to transform themselves from takers to stakeholders. They're not content with what is, they want more, and they know how to get it. But remember, men who attract these women aren't average either. It's mutual, a high-level exchange. Conclusion, so how do you avoid becoming prey? Improve yourself. If you were a low-level man, a low-level gold digger will bleed your wallet dry. But if you rise to the top, even high-level gold diggers will bring value to your life. They'll give back. They'll cooperate. That is the nature of the upper-class mutual benefit. But at the bottom, it is all about taking. So brothers, learn to see through the masks, understand the game, and focus on building yourself. Don't be a sucker, drained dry without even knowing it. I am Dr. King, still grinding, still growing, and I know you can too.